And 3, 2, 1, we should be live. What's going on, everybody? Jordan here. If you guys are watching the replay, thank you and welcome to Serial Entrepreneur. If you haven't seen this channel before, if you are new to this channel, pretty much go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I promise you, you won't regret it. If you don't believe me, just check any of the comments below pretty much any one of my videos and you'll see that people really love the content we put out with regards to starting an online business, building a brand for yourself or around a product or service. And ultimately, you know, one of the biggest things that we're known for is starting a marketing agency. And I'm super excited because we are at, let me get the counter up, or let me just go to my channel because that'll be easier to see. And I'll bring you guys in on this too. But basically, we are getting close to hitting 10K subscribers. So any thumbs up from you guys, any comments are greatly appreciated. We've pretty much grown 100 subscribers per day for like the last 2 days now. It's funny, like once you start like approaching a new like 1,000 milestone, like at least at the first 10,000, I'm sure like once you hit like 100,000, that doesn't become a thing anymore. But when you're in like your first few thousand subscribers, I don't know if any of you are channel owners and you've seen this same exact thing. I've noticed that once you get close, like you start to approach the next, like, you know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. As soon as you get closer, you start to get a ton of subscribers like really, really quickly. It's like people almost are like competing to see if they can help you get there faster. I don't know. It's weird, but it's kind of cool at the same time. But anyways, we're almost at 10K subscribers. And again, you know, as I said last week, this is heavily dependent on you guys. Like I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Let me get my chat up so that way I can talk to you guys as well. But we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, and I am super excited to have you. If you haven't seen us before, again, we try to help as best as we possibly can to get people, you know, the best content and information about digital marketing, about social media marketing. You know, we try to find the best partnerships, and that's why I'm also super excited about the personal branding course. So I guess I should, we're going to mention this a couple times because tomorrow is the last day to get in the personal branding and influencer marketing masterclass for only $299. And then after that, we're going to raise the price to $599. But, you know, that's because we know that it's worth the money. We have Maxwell Finn coming on to the course teaching Facebook ads. Obviously, I'm teaching a ton of content about YouTube, starting a business, building content, you know, a ton of different things, email marketing, Facebook ads, you know, there's all kinds of stuff I'm doing. Then we have Ruan Marino, who talks about SEO, and he just sent over his videos today, all finally produced, so we got those uploaded to the course today, so I'm super excited about that. Patrick Kenny, who is in the public relations industry, but also runs a personal brand and is in Forex. The guy is all over the place, but he's doing well at every single one of the things that he does. So he's going to come on and talk about PR, public relations, like getting published in Entrepreneur, how I was able to get published in Future Sharks, you know, and we're working on a publication with BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed has made a lot of changes, by the way, with their platform and who they let post content. So it's been difficult getting in there. But, you know, we're actually working on some other publications in the meantime. We want to get an Entrepreneur in Forbes. That's actually going to be goal number one of either we're going to do it before the end of this year. I haven't decided. It's in the budget. I probably could get into Forbes or Entrepreneur. But we're going to do that either by the end of this year or 2019. That's like the first thing we're doing in 2019. Just because that's like a dream of mine. Like if I could be published in there one time, I'll be happy. Like I can quit. I'll stop posting content for you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to stop posting content. But hey, guys, as you're hopping in, please do me a favor. Put your name in the chat box and then, again, hit the thumbs up so that way other people get notified, basically, about this type of content. If they've never seen it before, the only way they can is by you guys engaging with it so that way YouTube says, hey, Jordan, you serial entrepreneur kid, even though he doesn't know how to spell serial entrepreneur. I really do. But anyways, even though he doesn't know how to spell it, we're going to put him towards the top of YouTube results. That way people looking for social media marketing and all this other stuff can find out about his content. So I really do appreciate that. But we're going to get to some good questions today. Let's talk about this 10K subscriber giveaway really quick. I did do a poll on my it's really a public Facebook group. You can join that group if you like. It's in the description below this video. Just go, I believe it's towards the very, very bottom of the description. You'll see like free Facebook group. You can join that if you like. That's actually, I'll pull it up really quickly. It is right here. So you can see this is our public Facebook group, and there's tons of people who post all kinds of questions and stuff, all the time, really, about all kinds of different things. This is actually more about social media marketing. Some people are starting to get in there and talk about personal branding, but get in there. We did post a poll asking about the different giveaways I should do, and I just decided because it's best for my brand, we're going to do a giveaway. It's not going to be this week for this giveaway. We're not going to do that giveaway this week. We're actually going to do it next week, so that way we give some people, the chance to actually hear about it. We don't want to do this kind of giveaway on a live event. So we're planning to do it next Thursday on our YouTube live video. We're going to promote it a little bit and let some people know about it, so that way everybody can show up to the live event and try to win. Or take part in the event that we're going to have. But we are going to be giving away one digital marketing school to one winner, and we're going to be giving away one personal branding and influencer marketing masterclass to one winner. So we're giving away 2 courses. Really, the value of these courses is worth like $1,200, and we're giving away. So you guys get free course opportunities, because that's what we do here. And we love you guys, so we're going to give you free stuff. And we know you guys like the free stuff, so why not give it away? Well, we can't give it all away. You get what I'm saying. We give you free content on YouTube all the time. But let me hit the record button, because I called Canon, guys. For those of you who have been watching my lives recently, we've been using OBS Studio, so that way we can have like this cool production style to our videos. Like, see, I can take my little face and I can make it bigger and smaller. It's just like, it's a little bit better. I can shoot like different, scenes really quick and change it up. But anyways, if you've been watching, you've noticed that sometimes it keeps blacking out and Jordan disappears for a little bit. So we figured out why. Canon doesn't have a response. They don't even know why. So basically what I figured out I have to do is pretty much record every YouTube live video and then delete it when I get done. So that's not going to happen anymore, but it's a pain in the butt. All right, let's get to some of these questions. I've had like this freaking scratch in my throat, so I'm trying to drink some soda, keep me up, and get the scratch on my throat. But anyways, we're going to get to y'all's questions here. I've been hearing a lot of noise from people talking about performance-based lead generation work. Have you had much to do with this? Jordan, no, I don't do performance-based. Even the performance-based people, they have stipulations usually to their performance-based. Like, they usually will have like a bottom line that you still have to pay even if they don't get results. They'll say money back. Usually there is some sort of stipulation that makes it to where they're not just going to spend a bunch of time working campaigns, and if they don't get results, they're just going to give you all their money back, or all of that customer's money back. The other thing is they usually pretty much niche down. So what they'll do is they'll niche into just one type of doctor, and that's the only client they've ever worked before. So they will only work with that client because they know that they can pretty much get results every single time for that type of client. So, there's usually some kind of stipulation. I personally don't like that model. I just like to set a flat rate management fee. We have, our management fees for ad spend, and then, we scale from there. We do a customized budget based on their needs and the services we're going to provide. And we know that with our approach and our planning and strategy, we know that we can usually get pretty much every customer will hit the ROI they're looking for, or the amount of basically effective. They're looking for the effectiveness of the campaign to do what they're expecting, bring in the amount of customers and the amount of leads or sales that they're trying to acquire in a specific time frame. So, in the first 2 to 3 months, they're looking to at least see some return on their investment. If they're spending, $3,000 over 3 months and they haven't seen a single dime come back from that, or, they can't actually tell that there's anything coming back from that $3,000 spend, they're probably going to leave. But, me personally, again, I don't do that type of model. It's just not my thing. Let me see here. Glad to see you guys are killing it. You have helped me greatly. I think that's what that was going to say. Can't thank you enough. Have helped me greatly. Sorry, I misspelled. Hey, Jordan. Hey, everyone. Kirby, what's going on, man? Crystal, how's it going? MCP Consultancies. Marcus from Grenada. I haven't had somebody from Grenada before. That's cool. What's up? Glad I made it this time. Been putting the word out there. Hopefully that gets you some subs. Hello from Michigan. Tristan, I really appreciate you telling people about me. Even if it doesn't get me subs, just the fact that you're telling other people about me and, my mission to help other people start their own online business, appreciate that. Carrie says, yay, free. Carrie, you're not winning. No, I'm kidding. She's all about that free stuff, but she did win a course not too long ago, so I can't blame her. But she also bought a course, so either, like I said, I'm just kidding with you. I hope you don't take that seriously. Let me see. Wow. Sean, have you created a referral program for your clients, incentivizing them to refer you to other businesses? If so, did you use a software to manage? Sean, yes, I do that. I offer them, some sort of percentage of the ad budget, something like, 10%, 5%, something like that, if that customer stays every single month. The other thing that I do is I just pretty much keep track of it in some form of document. Basically, we just write out some form of contract where I say I'm going to pay them. We set it up through DocuSign, send it over, and we both sign it. I mean, we don't actually track it through like an affiliate software. I think it's PayPal. Who is it? Max Finn is using it for his, I can't remember what the software is. If I can remember before the end of this video, I'll tell you, but I think it's a PayPal or a Stripe feature, or a Stripe plugin or something like that, where you can create an affiliate program really easily for any website. Let me see here. What's up? Jordan just got here with my daughter, Ava. Hey, Ava, how's it going? Hey, Pete. You too. How's it going? Do you have a Facebook ad that attracts SMMA clients? Well, Pete, that's okay. So this is actually a really cool thing to talk about. And I think maybe we should have some conversation about this because, number one, you guys are all looking for clients. And number two, it's talking about Facebook ads. So we could talk about building this out and how you guys could actually build out Facebook ads to attract clients. It does require you have a website. It does require having the Facebook pixel set up on your website and having it set up properly. And maybe even a ClickFunnels or an email, software of some kind. If you really want to get into it, we can really show you guys how to do that. But it's going to require multiple parts. So you're going to have to spend some money to generate these leads. Like, that's the thing. If you're not willing to spend money, you shouldn't try the Facebook ads method. It's going to cost you several $100s. It's not going to be spend $100 and I'll get $5,000 client. That's just not how it works. You'd have to spend, on the software alone, you'll probably spend maybe $200, $300 in a month, depending on what you buy or what you use. With ActiveCampaign and ClickFunnels and a website, probably $200, $300, because that's going to be hosting your email software, that's going to be ClickFunnels, all of that. And what you can actually do is set all of that up, create a content campaign, run it on Facebook, and then run retargeting ads to those business owners who actually follow up with you. So you'll target business owners in a specific area, right? And then you'll follow up. So we'll talk about that actually just in a second. I want to get to Felix's question really quick. Jordan, if I purchase the course with the 4 payment methods, do I only get certain section of the course or the full course? Brian, you only get the course 2 weeks at a time. So that's kind of the upside and the downside to paying the payment plan is if you pay $175, I'm not going to give you access to the full course, because then you know what people are going to do. They're going to go through the whole course and they're going to cancel their membership and pay me $175. So obviously that model's not going to work. So what we do is we drip it out to you over the course of 4 months. So yes, but you can make payments early if you like. You just have to reach out to us and say, hey, Jordan, I want to up my payment. Now, it's not going to guarantee you're going to get it at the same rate, but if you need to, we can try and work out something for you to where you can get the full course earlier if you start to make some money or whatever. But yes, you only get 2 weeks at a time, so you're not going to get everything you need in the first month, because you're going to get 2 weeks for that month, and then that's broken down into 4 different months. All right, so Pete, let's look into how we could actually attract Facebook clients or business owners on Facebook with some form of Facebook ad. Essentially, you need to do the following. I'll just go to my agency site. Okay, so if we go to services on my site, the Facebook pixel is set up on this site. And all we essentially do, we don't try to narrow it down to Facebook or to email specific yet. We just like to basically cast out the net if we were going to take this approach. I actually don't use Facebook ads because we have such a strong referral system that we don't have to, and I network a lot, and I'm speaking at all these events across the U.S. So we can get businesses from anywhere. And I'm focusing more on my personal brand, to be honest, right now, and trying to build educational content. We're trying to get into a college program. So there's a lot we're focusing on. So we're not using Facebook ads for our marketing agency, but I can show you guys how I would do this because it's not difficult. I would take my services page, like you see here. I would put a view content event pixel on this page. So basically, when anybody views this page, we can take a view content audience and create that audience and send ads, remarketing ads to that audience on Facebook. But since it's a view content audience, it's also, or a view content type of event pixel, we can optimize that ad for people who view this page. So what it's going to do is it's going to find other business owners who might have similar interests to the people who viewed that page. And we could even do it by people who viewed that page for a specific amount of time. All right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to build an audience of everybody that we send to this page. How do we get people to this kind of page? Well, if you're in Chicago, right, you're going to target a cold audience in Chicago to business owners, figure out what age range is going to work best for you. The demographic information you're going to have to find out yourself. But you'll find out who your audience is, right? Once you have your audience, then you're just going to say, okay, we're going to send cold traffic ads to this, audience of business owners. Well, what kind of ads do we want to send them? We can teach them how to run Facebook ads. We can teach, for a specific type of business. Most of you have a niche, right? So make content specific to your niche. Say you have, you do gyms and you work with personal trainers, right? So you would say, hey, and I'm sure you guys have seen these ads before. So all you have to do is, do them yourself. Like if you haven't seen these ads, you need to get on Facebook more. I see them all the time where it's like, you own a personal, or you're a personal trainer, blah, blah, blah. We help people get leads with Facebook ads. Like I'm sure you guys have seen that ad before. If you have, then you know what I'm talking about. That's what you want to do. That's how those guys attract leads, and they're doing it all across the nation. That's why you see it anywhere you go. But you're going to want to start out locally because you don't want to handle clients all across the nation just yet. If you don't have a client yet, you need to start local first. It's going to be easier for you to manage and really learn the ropes, okay? So now that you have a cold audience or a set of cold ads going out to a cold audience, right, of business owners, we're sending people to this page or to a landing page of some kind where we're collecting their information and remarketing them with an email campaign of some kind or following up with Facebook ads as well. You can really incorporate so many different things. But bottom line, we have that audience going through. Now we're sending them to this sales page. The sales page people we're going to retarget with some other form of message. So we're going to send them a testimonial ad. So a video that we've put together of a client that we've had, or some results that we've had from a campaign that we've run. Something. You have to have some kind of testimonial if you're going to run a testimonial ad. But I recommend getting some form of testimonial. So if that means you going on Upwork to try and, get some work done or manage a social media account for some business for a little bit so you can get something, some experience under your belt, or going out and managing a buddies for free until you can get some form of, testimonial. Whatever you got to do to get a testimonial of some kind, because they do really help you sell more business. But then you're going to run that testimonial ad. And then what you're going to do is make it a video and then remarket to people or retarget ads to people who watched 75% or more of that video. All right, and then you're going to remarket to them or resell them another ad to maybe call for an appointment or some kind, or go online and set up an appointment. Something where they're actually taking an action and converting into a potential lead. Or, hey, how about a free digital marketing audit? That would even be better. Instead of setting up the appointment, hey, would you like us to put a customized digital marketing audit together for your business? That way you're saving time doing that work, so you don't, you're not going out and just building audits for anybody. You actually have people who are reaching out to you asking to get the audit. And then you make it, a point that, cool, we'll put together this customized audit for you. All we have to do is set up a Google Hangout time where we can actually get on a video chat and we'll go through this presentation with you, so that way you understand everything and what you need to do to make sense of everything. All right, and you can even set up on a video call. You can even do Skype, whatever you're comfortable with. But that is a great way to get leads right there. So I hope that kind of opened you guys' eyes up. If you have the budget, spend the money. Like, that's what I've been telling Ted. Ted will tell you. I don't know if Ted's watching this video. He's my business partner. We have all this money sitting in the bank, and I'm like, no. He keeps calling me. He's like, hey, can we do this? Can we do this? I'm like, dude, spend the money. I was like, I don't want it sitting in the bank. It does me no good just sitting in the bank. It's not even a savings account. It's a checking account. I'm like, I don't want that money sitting in there. We're in a growing phase. We need to spend the money on all kinds of stuff. Like, I just bought a new camera. I can't wait for that. It comes in tomorrow. Ooh, I I got another, and I'm getting a drone probably soon. I'm so excited. We're buying all kinds of new like equipment and stuff because we want quality to be better. And I would rather do that than the money sit in my bank and do nothing, right? So do me a favor, guys, if that was insightful to you, if that was maybe something that you could see yourself using as a strategy to go out and get clients in your local area, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up so that way I know that was something beneficial to you guys. But that was a very good question, Pete, and it's definitely something that you can do to attract clients. Again, it's all about the content you create. You have to have a website, right, so you can drive them somewhere and remarket, right, because you have to have a Facebook pixel set up. But outside of that, you have to have really good content to get them interested. If I'm a business owner and I'm looking for marketing, that's great, but you have to really sell me. And if your marketing sucks, why would I buy your market? Like if your marketing for your business sucks, why would I buy your marketing services for you to market my business, right? So really put some effort into the content you create and the campaign that you're going to build. So that was a long one, but that was a very, very good question. I think that's something that could help a lot of you guys. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I don't really like the idea and would rather do what you just mentioned. How do they even price it? Let me see what you're saying. Oh, to be honest with you, I'm not sure, Jordan, because like I said, I don't price my services that way, and I've never looked into it far enough to, get interested enough to see the pricing itself. So that's just me, but again, I don't want to do research into it because I have a business model that works and a revenue model that works, so I don't feel like changing it. Is there a solid outsource option for managing clients' Facebook business page? One that would create and post content on a consistent schedule. So, Sean, here's the thing. I don't look for an agency that does a specific job anymore, and I honestly wouldn't if I were you either. And that's why we're adding some new content into the course, because what I'm actually trying to teach people to do is start by hiring individual outsourcers and just building your foundational team. All right, and what your foundational team is your group of original marketers. All right, so you have your designer who can handle, graphic design, and they can also handle, they can handle video editing. Sorry, I'm blanking on what a designer does. Graphic design and video editing. You'll want to find someone that can do that. You'll want to find a copywriter, someone who can write long-form copy and short-form copy for social media posts, or for YouTube video descriptions, stuff like that. You'll want or the video itself, like the actual creative elements. That copywriter will add copy to those, like the Instagram videos you guys see on mine, on my channel of me. That's where the copywriter goes in. They write the copy for the top and the bottom, and the designer does all of the video edits and chops it up and stuff like that. We have a creative director. They come up with post ideas, topics. They do keyword research, all of that to make sure that we're actually targeting the right things that are going to drive traffic to our site. What else do we have? We have an admin and a proofer. The admin manages all of the business aspects. They do, they send out invoicing. They make sure that everything is together in QuickBooks and our bank account. They make sure that people get paid on time, that people are, submitting work properly. The proofer goes through things like each task and makes sure that everybody's actually getting things done and submitted on time, and that the copy matches the creative elements, right? Because if you have copy that doesn't make sense with creative, then you have something wrong, right? So you guys have probably seen, we're still making mistakes because I'm still trying to perfect my team. I'm training a team of people to do essentially what I know how to do. So it's taking my time and my effort, and they aren't perfect yet. They're getting to the point where they're learning things. I'm actually buying training courses for pretty much everyone on my team, so that way they can start taking like actual niche focused marketing training. So they're going to individually, like Jeffrey is going to be doing stuff for creative director and content marketing, or basically just content marketing. He's going to be taking a content marketing course. I have my copywriter. She's going through a couple of free copywriting courses, and then I'm going to pay for her to take another copywriting course. So I'll probably spend like $300-400 there. My poster and scheduler, I want her to be more in tune with SEO. So I'm actually having her take an SEO related course so she can understand why tags and keywords are so important and why we have to have things a certain way when we post things on like YouTube or our blogs, stuff like that. So it's about building an individual team. That's what I found worked best. Now, people are going to ask next, well, where do I start? There's so many different people. My biggest recommendation would be to start with either a design. Oh, and I forgot to mention the blog article writer, because a blog article writer is completely different than a copywriter. All right, they are similar because they both write with a sales intent, but they also have different styles of writing. Blogging is more like storytelling, where copywriting, yes, it does have some essence of storytelling, but it's at the same time a lot different. You're actually trying to appeal to emotions more. You're trying to make people take specific actions and trigger specific intents from a audience, right? So it's a little bit different. So when it comes to hiring, first, I recommend blog article writer, copywriter, designer, or scheduler. One of those 4 positions first. Scheduler, you can hire for $3 per hour, and it will save you so much time in a freaking week. It's not even funny, because you won't have to go through and schedule each post for every single platform every single day for that client, and it costs you nothing. If you have one client and they're spending $1,000 to $2,000 per month, it might cost you $20, $30 to hire that person, I think, for the month. Like, it shouldn't even cost that much, really. So that's what I'm saying. Go get the scheduler hired and get that person trained, because that's the easiest person to hire for and train, all right, and to build your operational workflows around. Then I would say either go copywriter, designer, or blog writer next. Whichever one you're weakest at next, get one of those people and get them on board, get them trained up, and get them working. Because the sooner you can outsource any task, the quicker you can start to build any other part of your business. And you don't want to be the one doing and it's called grunt. It's not really grunt work, because I don't mean to demean anyone on my team. They all do great work, and I couldn't write copy to save my life. I don't know how to design those awesome thumbnails. I don't create those thumbnails. Y'all see this thumbnail? This one I created. You see how basic it is? That's because I created it. Like, I'm not a designer. I never messed around with Photoshop. That was it was never something that I was interested in. So I want you guys to, you need to be able to build your team. You need to be able to hire a bunch of people around you who are able to do professional level work in each individual department of your agency. Okay, it's going to be super important. And then you can even get you can get even more nitty gritty. You can get into SEO related people, where you're hiring SEO focused web developers, or you can hire a web designer. You can hire a front-end web designer and a back-end web designer. Eventually that's what your agency will turn into. I now have people who, they don't work for my agency. They do, but on a contractor level. I don't actually have them as employees. I don't have any employees yet. The goal is to stay away from employees as long as possible, because there's more expenses, until it just doesn't make sense anymore to have all these people in all these different places. Once I need everybody in one place, we'll make that transition, but not until then. So that's a little bit about the outsourcing process. I know that was getting long-winded as well, but I think that was some pretty quality information for you guys too. Where are we at? So Sean, I hope that answered your question. Jonathan from Costa Rica. What's up, Jonathan? I have a question about the contract the client has to sign. Do I have to get a lawyer to do it, or something like that? Jonathan, you don't necessarily have to get a lawyer to do it. Actually, most people, to be honest, don't get a lawyer to do it. I would go look at a service agreement or a contract for services online. You can look at it probably on like Rocket Lawyer or something like that. If you're not sure of what type of contract to create, just find a lawyer friend or call them up and say, hey, I just had a quick question and I'm not even sure what type of contract I need to get. They'll tell you that part for free. They'll tell you what kind of contract to get. And then you can go to like Rocket Lawyer or what's one of the other ones? It's like these pre-built like document sites for people who need legal documents for like basic documentation like this. You can go there and search for that type of document. I think it's Lawyer Depot or Rocket Lawyer, or I don't know. I think it's Rocket Lawyer or something like that. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. That way you can find it. But you can actually go there and then just find the document you need and then pretty much type it out yourself if you need to. And that will save you several $100s. I've actually done that before. I went to, when I first started my agency, I went to, I'm pretty sure it was Rocket Lawyer or something like that. But I went there and I typed up a service agreement that I found on their site. I basically sat there and I had two screens open and I was typing on one and looking at the other and basically just copying word for word what I did for free. They told me I was going to get for free, and then it pissed me off because they didn't give it to me for free. So then I just sat there and copied it. But yeah, you can do that, and it saves you probably $200 to $300 if you actually were to get a real attorney to do it. So it's not bad. But I'm about to have to spend a lot of money on attorney services because I'm about to have to do some adjustments to my business structure, essentially. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But you don't even have to have contract per se in the beginning to get started. It is good to have in the long run. I know I've said in the past that I didn't have one, and I knew it would probably be the best idea to do it, and it probably did hurt me at some point. Actually, I know it did hurt me at one point. I did have a client who basically reneged on a situation, and yeah, that cost me like $5,000 that month, and that was in the beginning too, which kind of sucked. But that's okay. I mean, you live and you learn, and that's, you don't have to have a contract to get marketing services started. What I will say is if you want to have a set payment that they are required to pay by law, then you will need a contract. If you don't want to have, if they're not required to pay anything every single month, like they're not required at the beginning of the month to, spend that month to continue services with you, then they're not legally bound anyway. So why does that matter? The contract doesn't matter. But if you're actually trying to make them commit to, say, a 3-month period and you're in month 1 and then they want to cancel, if you don't have a contract, they don't have to pay you month 2 and month 3, even if they agreed and said, yeah, we're going to do that full 3-month contract with you, right? But if you have it written on paper that, look, if you cancel in the first month when we have a 3-month contract that you've signed and it says in the contract that you're going to owe us anyways, you're legally bound by that contract, so you can take them to court on that. But if you don't have a contract, there's nothing to prove anything. So it's kind of up to you how you build your business model. I wasn't doing 3-month-long contracts. I was doing month-to-month, so I didn't really need a contract as much as someone who was doing, a 6-month committed contract. So it's up to you guys. Where are we at? There we are. On GetResponse, I don't use it. I believe GetResponse is a email software. I've checked it out before. I don't like it. I use ActiveCampaign. Check in the description below. You'll see the one I'm talking about. It's called ActiveCampaign. It's under like tools and resources. The best email software out there, and they give you huge discounts if you run an agency. Every new client you bring on, you get, like, after your first client, like your first 2 email addresses that you get on there, you get 25% off. And then I think once you reach like 10 or 20, you get, I think, 30 or 35% off. Like, they give you huge discounts on the software services and how much it costs. So I seriously recommend ActiveCampaign, and the automation builder it doesn't compare. Like, all of the other automation builders out there suck compared to this one, in my opinion. Does your course include a cold calling script or even a meeting script? Looking to purchase this weekend. Brian, yes, we do have a cold calling script in there. If you're looking for the process to meeting, there is no meeting script. And if you try to script it out, it's going to seem very forced. Meetings for sales should feel very just natural. It shouldn't feel like you have a structure to it, like you have an itinerary. If you have an itinerary in a sales meeting, it pushes people away because they feel forced into buying something, even though that's the whole intent of the meeting. Like, the whole purpose of you being there is to sell them something, and they know that. If you make it more salesy, it pushes them away. If you focus on value, though, and you focus on building a relationship, it easily it changes the whole atmosphere inside that room, right? So focus on just trying to meet with them, trying to actually get to learn who they are. Figure out that's the thing. If you figure out what is important to that business owner, that will sell more than you actually going in there and trying to talk to them about digital marketing services. So what is it that drives them? Is it their family? Is it vacation? Do they like nice boats and yachts and cars and houses? What drives them? What really motivates them to run that business and really do it well? Do they really and truly, and you have to be the judge, do they really and truly appreciate the customers and the community around them? Is that something that they really value? And find that out. And if you can sell to that value, if you can sell to that motivator, that's going to get them more interested in you as a person, which will ultimately get them more interested in your products and services. If you can sell them personally, they're going to believe that you can sell for them online, because I don't know how the two correlate, because they shouldn't in a lot of ways. But if you can come across as you can sell them in person, you will sell them online, or they will believe you can sell them online as well. So it's really about the relationship. Don't go into a meeting with a script. Go in there, meet with the person, talk with them, don't take up their time, still be considerate. They are a business owner. They have stuff to do. You're not the only person in their day, right? Go in there, talk with them about their business, figure out all of the things you need to ask about their business. If you're not sure, check out my videos on my YouTube channel. We have tons of videos about questions to ask business owners, landing clients, selling. Like, we have a whole playlist that's probably 30 videos just on selling and landing clients. Check that out. And really go through that information. Understand what selling is, because selling isn't just going into someone and telling them you have a product that's going to help them make money. They get people who tell them that all the freaking time. So if that's your approach, you're never going to succeed. I promise you that. People don't, business owners especially, like, I get emails all the freaking time. Hey, we can help you increase your sales. I'm like, no, you can't, because I'm not going to respond back to you because you don't even know how to sell me. So bye. Like, seriously, do not go with it. Do not go into the meeting with the attitude that you're just going to show them something they don't know. They have no clue about it. You're going to help them make money. You're God, and your shit don't stink. Like, that's not how it works with business. That's not how it works with business owners. Most business owners are a little arrogant, and it's okay for them to be, because you kind of need to be a little bit with your business. You have to be bold. You have to be confident. Most people who aren't confident aren't going to run a successful business, right? So there's a lot that goes into it. Basically, just understand that don't force the meetings, make them flow naturally, and you'll have a better result. Shopify platform, Shogun, landing page builder, Webflow, site design, contact flow, email marketing. Tristan, I think you were naming all of the things that I was mentioning earlier when I said, like, all the pieces to marketing. When I was talking about, like, landing clients, I'm trying to figure out the Shopify part. I'm just a little confused. If you could elaborate on that a little bit, that'd be appreciated. I think maybe you were just naming the services used. Shogun, I've never heard of as a landing page builder. Is it more affordable than ClickFunnels? Is that why you prefer that model or that brand or that software? I've never heard of it. I just really love ClickFunnels, though. I can't get enough of it. I can help you spend that money, Jordan. Okay. Oh, goodness. Y'all are funny. We got some thumbs ups. Thanks. Since I have a full-time job and kids, I don't have a ton of time to prospect the way I want. The ad funnel is what I'm working to set up. So, Pete, that's perfect. Again, if you have the money to do that, just invest a lot of time before you ever spend a dime. Like, don't spend any money on ClickFunnels, on email marketing software, on a website, any of that, until you go into Google Business, buy the Google Business Suite, get Google Drive, Google Sheets, and start writing out documents and creating content that you're going to send to these business owners. That's the most important part. If you don't have good content, none of the other stuff matters, because they're not going to get in contact with you. You have to have great content, take a lot of time to plan out your actual strategy to approach those business owners from an online perspective on Facebook, and you'll see the difference. All right. Leo Fuentes, how much should I be paying my graphic designer for Facebook posts, or what's my best option for automating content creation? I'm trying to outsource the content creation process. So, Leo, I'm going to help you guys out really quickly. I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you what I do for my designer. I pay my designer $10 per hour. He's actually about to get a raise, though, if he can get everything submitted on time, because he can't seem to get everything done, even though he says he has a team. I know he can get it done. Anyways, that's my issue. What I want to show you guys is Asana and how we plan out this content for my team. All right, so all of these posts, my designer has something to do with. He creates a photo or a video for Facebook, photo or video for Twitter, Snapchat. He does nothing with the blog. That's for our blog article writer. He does our YouTube video editing. He creates the thumbnail as well for our YouTube videos. So you can see all of these are the tasks that are listed out, right? So I don't pay a designer per post. That's not what you want. You want to hire someone by the hour. I recommend looking in areas like, let me think about it. It depends. If you don't have a copywriter and you want copy on your videos, you can't really hire someone, say, from India if you're not in India. Say you're in the US or Canada. there's just too much of a language barrier for that to work. Even though there are some people who in India who speak great English, it doesn't translate the same. There are different phrases and sayings in each country. It's just better to hire in your region, right? But so that's why I hire a copywriter in the US to write the copy that goes on my post. But a designer, if all they're doing is adding effects, messing with audio, clipping it, doing taping everything together, taking out clips, stuff like that. If they're doing the editing side of it and they add copy that somebody else has written, then you can hire from pretty much anywhere. And you can find great designers in India, the Ukraine. I have people from India and the Ukraine. Eastern Europe and India do really, really well. You can find people for, again, anywhere from $8 at the very minimum, and that's going to be, your lower end quality, upwards of, really the sky's the limit from there, however much you want to spend to get the best quality you can possibly get. But we hire the designer because we say, okay, Mr. Designer, here's the task for this post. You can see he has a first draft or first proof of the creative. All right, so he's supposed to come in, first draft of post creative. That's where it is. That's his first task. He comes in and he says, okay, well, I'm going to create the first draft of this. So what happens is I come into each script. So you'll see the scripts are right here for the YouTube videos. I come into each script and you'll see my note down here. Pasha, the video's ready, and then we send him the YouTube link, right? So then he can access that link and he gets in there, takes all the videos, and then starts working on it. He has the script outlined so he knows what to follow. He knows if there's cards or copy that needs to be placed on there. And then that's essentially how you do it. You tie him in with all of your other people who work for your brand, or her in with all of your other people who work for your brand. So what that means is, for example, this YouTube post, let's see if we can get it to pull up. This YouTube post, you can see we have a copywriter, we have a post scheduler, we have our proofer in here, right? So they all have different jobs and different stages. So you can see after he gets done with his first draft, he submits it to the proofer. The proofer looks at the first little bit of creative and says, okay, this is good to go. It matches everything that's supposed to be done up here. We're good to go. Move on to the next stage. So the designer will take the next step and they will make any revisions or any revisions needed. So essentially the proofer, during the process, they will find things that don't match. It's not always just, yay, go post it. No, there are usually some edits, very minor, but usually some small edits that need to be done. So she'll leave notes in her post and say, hey, so if we go to the proofer's post for creative, we can actually go in here. Are we working on this yet? We might not be. Oh yeah, this is new stuff. That's right. Hold on. Let me go up to some of the older posts and I'll show you guys. They work with each other. They respond to each other and they let each other know, hey, we have stuff done. You can get it posted here. So here's August. Yeah, there we go. So find a script. Are all of my scripts getting archived? I think my scripts are getting archived. Well, that's okay. We need this anyway. So if we go into the YouTube post and we go to first proof copy, we can click this and see if Rhonda left a post. So she probably just instant submitted it. Let's go back to this. We'll see each of them commenting to each other. Yep, she instant submitted these, but you can see after that's done, she'll, like, Selby will make notes and say, hey, is this done? Then there you can see Rhonda comes in and says it's approved. Boom. So you can see the team works together in here. That's all I was trying to essentially show you. And we don't hire a person to do just Facebook posts. They manage all of our posts. We create rules for them to create Facebook posts, Instagram posts, YouTube videos, Snapchat stories, Instagram stories. Everything that he creates, I've created a rule set around, or a guideline for him to follow, and I do that for every single time I do a different type of marketing campaign for a different business. And that's what you guys will want to do. You need to actually get used to building that kind of marketing content and planning out your content like that. Otherwise, you're going to have a really hard time getting results for your clients. Whoa, where did that go? It just jumps around all the time. All right, $3 for a scheduler, Philippines. Yes, Carrie, my scheduler is in the Philippines and she's $3 per hour. That's it. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. You don't have to, Just because a job is cheap doesn't mean it's not valuable to your business, okay? If your business can spend $3 per hour to do something and you personally want to make at least $20 per hour, well, if it takes you an hour to schedule all of those posts, you just spent $20. Think of it like that. Or you could hire someone to schedule all those posts for you for $3. All right, if that didn't make it clear enough for you guys, I don't know how to make it any more clear. If you want to make $20 per hour and it takes you an hour to schedule all of those posts, for a day, then, and I know that's a lot of time, it shouldn't take you an hour to schedule posts. Let's just say, for rounding numbers off, if it takes you an hour to schedule all of those posts for a day, and you want to make at least $20 per hour yourself, at a base level, not, high level stuff, base level, $20 per hour. If it takes you an hour, you just spent $20. All right, think of it like that. That's $20. That's an hour of your time. Your time costs $20 per hour. That's $20. Or hire in the Philippines for $3 per hour. Which one looks better to you? Save $17? I think you guys get it. So, yes. Joe Johnson, how can I look for clients using cold email or other cold approaches, direct mail? I like your channel and keep up the great work. Joe, thanks for the kind words. I do appreciate it. How can I look for clients using cold email? I'm going to tell you right now to go to my channel. All right, on desktop, you can see right here, channel. Click this little search bar and type in cold emails and look at all the videos I have on cold emails. And join our template list, and we'll send you all the templates you need for cold emails. And we'll teach you what kinds to send. It's free, too, just so you know. Because we do a bunch of free stuff. Because we're cool like that, and we can. Is an LLC necessary when first getting started? Brian, you don't necessarily have to have it. Look, here's what I tell people, because an attorney's going to tell you, yeah, because they want to sell stuff. An anal retentive person is going to tell you the same thing just because they're anal about everything. As an entrepreneur, you have to get used to doing things just kind of on the fly. You have to be able to, just kind of roll with the punches. One of the best ways to be able to do that is just to kind of experience what it's like to not have an LLC, but running around getting the job and getting the LLC at the same time. All right, you do want to eventually get your LLC. Essentially, if you start to pull in money and you don't have your LLC set up just yet, then make sure that you record everything, all of the revenue that you bring in, every last bit of revenue, and then any expenses that you have that are related only directly to that business. All right, keep a record of all of that. Keep all your receipts, everything, okay? And then what you do is once you get your LLC set up, go to your accountant and say, hey, and I'm not telling you it's legal, because it's not legal to do business without a license. All right, so you do have to have a business, but people do it all the time, like all the time. If you're not making millions of dollars, no one's coming after you. The IRS isn't coming after you. The government's not coming after you. Trust me. All right. But it is still illegal technically. So if you were to get sued, that would be bad. If you go in and you break someone's business and have a temper tantrum and throw all of their crap around their business when you're there meeting with them and they sue you, yeah, you're probably in some trouble. But that's also because you're an idiot. All right, so don't do anything crazy and you'll be fine. But you do need to get the LLC set up. And then what you do is you go to an accountant and say, look, these are the revenues and expenses I had. I just bought the LLC, but I do need to pay taxes on all the revenue I had for the time when I didn't have the LLC. So if you could just do me a favor and figure out all the taxes. But you don't have to have it right off the bat. But it's also super cheap to get. It's only $150 for an LLC. And so what you can do, we actually recommend it in our course. Just go check out a website called InkFile. Forget LegalZoom, that expensive POS. Go to InkFile, INCFile.com. They do it for $150, and they give you a registered agent for free for the first year, which that's usually another $75 per year. And then all you have to do from there is get your local filing. Like you have to file like in your local government, right? Like your city area, right? So you can pay taxes locally. Thanks, man. All this information is gold. Jonathan, glad to help. Do you or did you have clients pay up front each month? Yes, always before the work, Carrie. Always. Marketing is like dating. Can't go to the bar with a script. I like that. But you totally could go to the bar with a script. Maybe I should try that. Maybe that'll be my social experiment. I'll go out to the bar one night and I'll take a script with me and I'll try to basically sell a girl into dating me. Or sell her into buying me a drink. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, let's move on. What do clients expect when you run and manage their Facebook business page? The page I'm starting to manage will be from scratch. So Sean, before I just give you the answer, let me ask you the same question. What do you think that business owners expect? Before I give you the answer, let me see what you think business owners expect when you run and manage their Facebook business page, and then I'll give you my answer. Boom, course purchased. Can't wait to get stuck in. Let's see if he's telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Kajabi, congratulations, new student. And it says Jordan Skinner. I'm not going to show his email. Let me see if I can cover it. Jordan, are you okay with me showing this personal information? If so, no, because it has your purchase ID. He definitely purchased the course. Appreciate it, Jordan. I'm happy to have you in the course, but I'm not going to show your personal information, and it shows the purchase ID. I don't want your account getting hacked or something like that, but I appreciate you hopping in, and we're excited to have you as a student, man. Patrick Dury. Patrick Dury. What's up, buddy? I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. Hopefully I said that right. Chloe Christine, I do content creation. Chloe, you do content creation. Send me a message after this. Maybe I can have a position for you in the future. I don't have something for you right now. I have a great content creator right now. His name is Jeffrey. You guys might know Jeffrey Van Hout. I think it's Hout. It might be Hout. I honestly don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Van Hout or Hout. I'm so sorry, Jeffrey. I love you. But you guys might be familiar with him. You've probably seen him engage with my group before. But yeah, he's actually my creative director. We're paying to get him trained up. I basically want to bring him on long term. He does really good at what he does. He's a hard worker. He turns things on time. So that's all I can really ask for. I don't look for someone who's necessarily always the smartest person in the room, because they're usually pretty arrogant. I want someone who's a hard worker and who's going to put effort into their work, and someone who I can tell wants to learn and wants to grow. If I can see that in a person, that's what I'm looking to hire for. And just ultimately that they have good, they're a good personality, that their character is great. They have morals, or at least they appear to have morals. So that's what I look for, and I'm really happy to have that. But either way, Chloe, we are growing, and we're growing very, very quickly, and we're going to be looking to bring on all kinds of different job roles in the future. So you can always send us your information, and we'll keep it in our database. Jonathan Nicholas, how do you land abroad clients? How do you get prospects from other countries and still deliver great value? Jonathan, that's a good question. So to get clients abroad, you're probably just going to have to run an online marketing campaign. That's pretty much the only way you can actually do that. You could also try using Upwork or a tool like that to land clients from other countries. But to provide value, it's going to be the same way you would do anything else. Somebody sent me a message the other day. They said, I have a prospect that I'm going to try and land, but they're in a different state. What do I do if I need to take photos for them? You hire a photographer where they live. That's all you do. It's not going to be the most cost effective, but that's part of the thing. If you're going to work out of state, maybe you charge a little bit more for those out of state clients, because you have to take into consideration the fact that you're going to hire local talent, which is something you can kind of sell to them, because you're like, yeah, we support the local communities by hiring local talent to take care of the content creation, photos, all of that. So it just kind of depends on what you guys want to do, but they can even take photos themselves. I've had clients, where I work it out with them, especially if they're on a lower end budget. If they're paying me $1,000 a month, I'm not taking photos for them every month. That's not enough money for me to do everything that I do, plus take all of the photos for them. I'm going to teach them, look, part of the agreement is you guys are going to have to be a part of this. And I talk about that with any client, because I don't want to be the only one responsible for their entire marketing campaign. They are the business owner. Ultimately, they need to have a hand in their marketing. If they don't, they're not a good business owner. They are not someone you want to work with, and they're going to be a pain in the ass customer. Yes, they do get to step away from it. Yes, you're going to control the bulk majority of content creation, ad management, ad development, ad posting, all of that, right? But at the same time, they have to have a hand in the job. They have to have a face involved. They have to have their staff involved. They have to be able to, or willing to, run promotions and create content that's going to benefit their business, especially if it's like a doctor. How do you don't know enough about that doctor's specific, you didn't go to medical school. So they have to be the one willing to write content for their website, right? You can hire a blogger to write about that stuff, but ultimately you're going to have some guidance from the doctor, right? Unless the blog writer that you hire was previously a doctor and did that exact same thing. That's going to be the only other person I would know that could write that kind of content, right? So you will need help from those business owners. Don't expect for you to be able to do everything by yourself. They do have to have a hand in that, and you need to be the one to set the expectation. That's why all of these different steps of, meeting with them and learning sales processes. There is so much information in running a business. People like to think that if there's one thing missing, here's one thing I will say. If you feel like something is missing from one course, then my next question would be from you, what other courses have you, or to you would be, what other courses have you taken? Because if that's the only course you've taken, if you only expect to spend $500 and build a, successful large business that can move 6, 7, 8 figures per year, then you're just not in, I don't know, you're not in the right mindset. Nobody is able to educate themselves with one $500 course and build this kind of business. It just takes more effort than that. Like you will not have a long-term sustainable business if you don't know how to, number one, run a business, sell things, and then ultimately, if you're going to do an agency, run digital marketing, customer service, all of that, right? So you have to be able and willing to invest in multiple different things. So I hate it when people have the mentality that I'm going to spend $300, so I'm going to make millions of dollars. That's just not how it works. I've spent thousands and thousands. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars actually just on education for myself. And I guess I haven't personally spent all that money. I did have a big agency that spent a good chunk of that money on me, but I spent, roughly $50,000 on college. I've spent probably $20,000 on courses outside of college, education for digital marketing, stuff like that. So you guys have to be dedicated. If you're dedicated, you'll get it, and you'll see what I mean. What time is it? Okay, so it is 9:54. Sold me on the course if all of this is included and explained. Which is the best platform. Oh, and by the way, guys, anybody who's not in the course, we do a month, every single month. So tomorrow, actually. So for everybody who joins tonight, you're going to be able to partake if you get in the Facebook group quick enough. So make sure to request to get in the Digital Marketing School private group on Facebook. But if you purchase the course tonight, we're running our live event tomorrow inside the private Facebook group. So we do a live event once a month where it's a live free training that you guys just get. And for those of you who just purchased the course or are thinking about purchasing it, we're uploading 30 videos. So I just finished shooting. I don't know if you guys follow me on my personal Facebook page, but I posted something yesterday. I just finished shooting 100 and something videos over the last 4.5 weeks between my personal branding course and YouTube videos. So I'm about tired of videos, but I promised everyone in the digital marketing school that I'd be bringing update videos and, a bunch of new content to the course. So we have roughly 25 to 30 videos that are going to be coming to that program as well. I already have about 5 of those ready. They were sent over from Ruan Marino earlier this week. So those are going directly in the course to talk more about SEO, building strategy there, some tools you can use. And then we have some other content we're going to be putting in there, some from I think we're going to do some of Maxwell Finn's content in there. We have all kinds of stuff that's coming to you guys. So there is so much added benefit and value from getting in these courses. And again, the personal branding course already has those guys and that information in that course, or a lot of that information, same, just personal branding related in that course. So I'm telling you guys, it's $299 for the personal branding course. It goes up to $599 on September 1st. Today is August 29th, 30th. Whew, I'm telling you, my days are lost. Today's August 30th, okay? You have a day and a little more to get inside that course for $299, and the digital marketing school is $549. But I can't tell you how long it's going to be $549 with how much value we keep adding to it. We're adding 30 more videos. 30. I know you guys don't think that's a lot, but damn it, 30 videos. I feel like every time I shoot 20 videos, I take at least a year off my life. Them things, they will drive you nuts sometimes between cameras and audio and lighting and scripts. And dude, it's not easy, guys, especially when you're doing it for a course, because I try to have a higher quality type of video when I put it together for a course, because I know you guys are paying me for it, right? So I'm telling you, it's just a lot of work. But Ian Ward, the course is $549 for the digital marketing school. It's $299 for the personal branding course until September 1st. But That is it for today's Q&A. I'm not doing a mentorship giveaway today. I wanted to let you guys know about the 10K subscriber giveaway. We're giving away one digital marketing school course. We're giving away one personal branding and influencer marketing masterclass. All right, those courses are both. This one's $549, digital marketing school is $549. Personal branding master course is going up to $599 on September 1st, okay? That's $1,200 worth of courses practically, and we're giving it away for free next week on our live event at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time like we do every single week. All right? So you guys do not want to miss this. Like I'm telling you, you have no reason to miss this. We're giving you a week in advance. We're going to be re-promoting it. We're going to send out emails. So if you're not on our email list, make sure you go below this video, find one of our free trainings, and get in on our email list so that way you can start getting content delivered your way. Also, for those of you who have been subscribing to our email list and haven't been getting any of the templates or documents that you've requested, I'm very, very sorry about that. We had something called a DMARC record. It's D-M-A-R-C. All right, and what that basically does, it allows your email server to communicate with your web server and your domain. And essentially, we did not have the record set up properly. And so when people would submit their information, we would send them an email, and their email server would say, nope, that's spam, bye. And it wouldn't even send it or deliver it to them. It would tell us they delivered it, but it didn't actually deliver it. So we have that issue fixed now. Everything should be good. If you need us to reach out to our Facebook business page, on the group, in a comment below this video, something like that. Let me know you didn't get the document you were trying to get and what document you were trying to get, and we will get you reinserted into there or into that funnel so that way you can get the documents you're looking to get. But everyone, make sure you tune in. I'm telling you, I'm worn out from all these videos. Tune in next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that way you can follow up for the event and for the giveaway. I really appreciate everyone joining me. I can't wait to hit 10K subscribers. It's going to happen in the next 2 days. I know it, if not tomorrow somehow. So I'm super excited. You guys, thank you so much. It wouldn't be possible without you. This brand wouldn't be. We wouldn't be where we are today without you guys, and I am super grateful for it. So y'all stay tuned. I will see you guys next week. But until then, Serial Entrepreneur out. Deuces.